Jogiraji, shall we connect with our guest artist now?
Ji Yogi ji. So I am extremely delighted to say that today's our guest artist is National Award winner Hindustani classical vocalist Mahesh Kaleji, who is connecting us all the way from USA. Thank you Mahesh bhai for connecting with us.
You're most welcome.
Mahesh bhai, does Morning of San Francisco play any role in your music?
Yes, especially in Indian classical music, as you know, our ragas are related to a specific time. And also in our culture, in our concept, there is a Brahma Muhurta, which is early morning time. I was told when I was little by my mother that Saraswati goes knocking on everyone's doors, and whoever answers who's awake, Saraswati blesses that person. So since then, I've been getting up for my early morning riyas. So whether I'm in San Francisco or I'm in Pune, Mumbai, or anywhere in the world, to me, Brahma Muhurt, early morning, is that space that I go in music, which is the first riyaz of the day. It inadvertently comes with a prayer to Saraswati Mata to bless me.
Ji, so as you said Brahma Murt, I'm curious to know what is your thought? Our music is time based. So in today's context, does it make any sense?
It is relevant if you follow it, really. I mean, it is only as relevant as it was at that time. The conceptual part has not changed. Maybe the social structure has. To me, it has not changed. If you're asking of me subjectively, it hasn't changed because as I said, I find myself in the Riyaz room, irrespective of where I am in the morning. And once I'm in the Riyaz room, I am at the service of music, and my whole mental makeup kind of gears to it. It doesn't matter, for example, when I'm talking to you right now, I'm mindful that we are speaking on this digital medium, but once we are talking about Brahma Muhurt, something inside me fires in a way that I am aware but of this whole digital medium, but I'm not involved in it. To me, I automatically, kind of step back and go into my shell. So if you are able to do that, it's a very relevant concept. Otherwise, as you said, yes, perhaps socially the life is different right now than it was earlier. The time theory of ragas, right now we call them in certain prahars, according to 3 hours each prahar, and we calculate. But I do not think that is the way it was observed at that time. Okay. It mostly has to do with the cycle of the sun and the moon. How can you sing Marwa in San Francisco in summers? The sunset happens at almost 8:45. And to sing Marwa at around 6-7 o'clock would be futile because Marwa has much to do with the sun drowning into the sea if you're sitting on the waterfront. Unless that happens, that sentiment won't come of pathos of the sun saying bye bye to you after giving you that light for the whole day. So time theory is defined as that. Now, if you choose to be in the electric lights through the day in the morning, and if you switch on the lights even after it's dark, if you're not able to experience the natural light, if you're not in touch with the natural surroundings, the environment, the nature, the very nature that conspires and also inspires for this whole Indian classical music, then it's not relevant. But if the nature has not changed, and if you are in tune with nature, I think the theory in its concept is still relevant.
Ji.
See, I'll give you an example. When we are babies, the person who feeds you becomes the primary source. You're not aware that that person is the one that he gave you birth, and she's supposed to be called Ma or Ai, as we say in Marathi. But it just becomes a person that you have a bond with. And then that bond is reinforced by saying I, or Mama, or A. And that is just a sound. It's still not a word. It's just a sound. You're responding to that sound. Eventually, when you grow up, that sound becomes la kana a and e is I is the one who gives. So to me, the beauty of this concept is, first you have to have enough sanskar which are unquestionably followed. Once they are followed enough, then even with someone who has a science background, because the sanskars have kind of seeped into me through experience. I'm not able to deny that experience, whether you give it a rational scientific argument in today's world or not.
Very nicely said. The reason why I asked this question, because I also quite often face this question from the youngsters, and I share almost similar thought process with them. So thank you. Can you please share any interesting anecdotes related to your morning riyaz or morning concert, please?
One funny experience since I was younger, like I said, my mother shared that story, and I was very diligent in getting up. I was an afternoon school kid, so in the beginning, it was very difficult for me. So it was a female tanpura that my mom had restrung for my voice, and I was playing it. And because it's like 4 o'clock, 3:45, 4 o'clock in the morning, it is obviously natural that I'm going to feel sleepy. So after playing the tanpura for a little while, I would kind of doze off. So, my mother would bring a warm towel and she will wipe my eyes with it, wipe my face with it, and say, "Keep going, keep going." But after a while, once you break that physical barrier, and once the tanpura just becomes, it morphs into a cosmos of sound in a way that it surrounds you. It is, and I'm sure you're a musician, you must have experienced this. It is a space that is impossible to describe in words. And there, this concept of awake, sleeping just goes away. What stays is awareness, and you want to suspend yourself in that awareness and be with that awareness as much as possible. To me, morning riyaz is about that. So most of the times, the first riyaz is devoid of too much information. It is about spending time. We call it Shadaj Karyas, spending time with that divinity, spending time in that divinity, suspending yourself, aligning yourself, floating with that note. And once you are in one unison Shat Ja, then all the six notes that come from the Janak Sa will automatically come to you. That's what it is. And the other very remarkable memory that I have is my Guruji Abhisheki Bua. He always concluded Savai Gandharv Sangeet Mahotsav. And in those days, Savai Gandharva Sangeet Mahotsav was an all-nighter event. So by the time he would get on stage, it was early morning. It is an unbelievable experience. I still have goosebumps when I remember about it. And I remember in the later years I was doing my engineering, and unfortunately the engineering exams also would be in this around the same time. So it's quite funny. I used to have my electronic devices and circuits book in the green room just for a while after we had tuned our tanpuras and everything, and then I would then he would take stage, and that uh, whole ambience of the darkness being infused by a little ray of the sun for the first time, and then the whole light coming on in the background of my Guruji's music. It's an unbelievable experience.
आई सो एग्री विथ यू. मेरे गुरु मेरे को कहा करते थे कि इंडियन क्लासिकल म्यूज़िक इज़ नॉट ए परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट बट ए प्रैक्टिसिंग आर्ट, एंड इट इज़ फॉर द स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी. वो ये भी बताते थे कि बेटा तुम 40 जब क्रॉस कर जाओगे, 40 साल का उम्र, देन यू विल feel it more and more. And today I'm 48 and I can experience it every day whenever I'm singing. So Mahesh bhai, that leads to my next question. आप हिंदुस्तानी ख्याल गायकी के अलावा बहुत अभंग गाते हैं. What is abhang?
Abhang is as you know, it's a devotional song. But Abhang, as in particular, is the devotional song that is sung in the glory of Lord Vitthal. from Pandharpur, or we call him Pandurang. So the song that is sung in the glory of Vitthal or Pandurang from Pandharpur is by and large called an abhang.
हाउ ब्यूटीफुल। महेश भाई, तो आप अगर एक मॉर्निंग रागा में बेस्ड अगर कुछ अभंग हमारे ऑडियंस के लिए सुनाएं, दैट वुड बी रियली रियली ग्रेट।
Sure. Let me quickly pull up my Tanpura. You know, when I was sharing that experience about Abhisheki Bua's presentations at Savai Gandharv Sangeet Mahotsav, I was actually particularly taken to one year when he was singing Vibhas. And now, when you mentioned if there is an abhang in morning raga, then actually my Guruji composed this. Is the Tanpura heard? Okay. जेभानभते चराचर जेभानभते चराचर तेभा होते पंढरपूर जेवा नवत्या गोदा गंगा तेव्हा होती चंद्रभागा चंद्रभागेचे तटी रचिली पंढरी गोमटी रचिली पंढरी गोमटी आधी रचिली पंढरी आधी रचिली पंढरी मग वैकुंठ नगरी आधी हो रचिली पंढरी मग वैकुंठ नगरी.
Thank you so much, Mahesh Bhai, for connecting with us. We are truly, truly honored and grateful to you.
Thank you so much for inviting me. This is a beautiful initiative that you have taken at Malhar, and I want to wish you all a very best. Namaste.
Thank you. It means a lot to us. Over to you, Yogi ji.
वाह, महेश भाई को सुन के बहुत ही मज़ा आया। इतनी यंग एज में his experience and the way he spoke with such humility, and for his age I feel that he's so mature, and his voice, wow, subhanallah.